So this is what you're talking about. The troll trapper was moved closer to the mage, so you can't.
Where are we? Wait, I didn't see it.
Oh, the Blade Master ran past and bought a circlet. So the positions of those.
The positionings of the merchant creeps here is different, yes.
Yeah, and that tree. I think they added a tree or removed some trees.
Yeah, this where the Blade Master is right now, there's one more tree here as well. Yeah, they changed some trees also, which is like actually, really weird. Is this where the priority has to be for the new patches? You know, trees.
And they actually, I think in Super Bowl mentioned that the Amazonia map is totally different with the trees. So like if you're an idol and you learned all these cool wisp spots, they're all gone.
Yeah. Also on AZ, the first two creep camps are quite a bit further away from each other now. Helping you.
Oh, I haven't even seen. My first game was on Turtle Rock, so I didn't notice anything. Oh my god! Look at this timing. This Archmage can cancel both of these burrows.
That's pretty sick. Cash, what have you been doing? One burrow tech, but for this he's sacrificing level 2 for a long time.
Definitely worth it, I think. There's gonna be a lot of wood problems now for Cash. He has to rebuild both of these, and he's probably gonna have to get a war mill to feel safe.
Oh, he summons another water elemental. Creeping now is gonna be really hard though.
Did he not creep with water elementals at all?
He crept the first camp. Yeah, he has like 3 water elementals. If he waits long enough. Oh yeah, but this is very lumber intensive. He could be setting up a war mill somewhere. He needs one.
Yeah, he has to.
The back of the base here also looks different.
I just really hope that Agent doesn't. A lot of human players will have like this early game, and then they're like, okay, I'm gonna get Beastmaster and go all in. I'd love to see them just like, you know, get Mountain King and play the late game, because you're so far ahead. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I also prefer the MK list, you know. Beastmaster always feels so all in, and I feel like if you don't back it up with a level 3 Archmage, always looks so bad.
Yeah, and all these orcs are so good at defending that push, so even if you get this huge advantage early game, sometimes they just throw it away. And there's like a Coda base and maybe a Headhunter, and they somehow hold on, and then you're stuck with a Beastmaster. Although I believe Romantic actually plays late game with Beastmaster somehow. I have no idea how.
He always plays Beastmaster, and like everyone's afraid of his Beastmaster push. Lynn told us a couple of times, he's so good with this. Can't defeat it. Too strong.
Oh, I feel like the Beastmaster's so bad, but...
Yeah, Moon played it first against Human for a while. That looks so shit.
Oh, I've done that too. Yeah. I don't know. It's fine, but then he kind of, you know, the Human gets Dispel, and it's just like a big grunt.
2 base versus 2 base, it's just like that guy does nothing in the big fights.
Yeah, and that's what you were saying before, like some heroes fall off. Some heroes don't. So like the Archmage never falls off, but the Beastmaster falls off hard. Oh, all he has is summons. Yeah, wow.
It's pretty sweet, but taking damage on the AM is dangerous. And yeah, the issue is he committed so hard with the water elementals against the base, and now he's level 1. I mean, he could creep the green camp over here with militia only. Oh, you can see the... Ah, because of the ward, you can see the invisible Nightcrawler.
It looks really strange when he's so red.
Yeah, it looks really weird. That's something that annoys me the most from creeps, when you kill all of the Murlocs around him, and then he falls asleep and he's invisible and you can't creep him anymore. Oh, yeah. You know what I mean?
That's like nightmare fuel.
Is it as bad as getting bashed and not being able to keep you out?
Slightly better, so that's the worst, and then the second worst is the Murloc going back to sleep. Same with like the Assassin. No, I guess those wake up though.
What must be really horrible for human players is when you creep, like for example, Normid Isles or Turner Sand expansion, and then suddenly there's a lightning shield on the Enforcer, dude.
Oh, frost armor and lightning shield. That's
oh like, yeah, on Nomad Isles. Yeah, that's.
I just leave the game. I'm like, fuck. Sometimes it just happens.
Yeah, it's so weird. Sometimes he just purges all the time, and sometimes he uses lightning shield.
I'm not really sure how it works. Like some maps, I was actually talking to Thorzine about this, and he said like some map settings have different. Like if it's Lord Around Summer or if it's another tile, the creep AI is different. Yeah.
Oh, that's what actually. That's what Endar said to us as well. Like Thorzine is the most tryhard of all the players. Like he knows all of those little things and tests all of it.
Yeah, he'll ask a question like, "Oh, you know, I think the creeps are different on different tile sets." I'm like, no. Like I just pretend like I know, but it might be true.
Blade Master here kills the second peasant. He also got one of the trappers, but now he could get Stormbolted again. Oh, is he in danger? He has a scroll of speed, so he really shouldn't be. No, attempting the footy block. Oh, pretty well done, but there is another Windwalk.
Players' forces are under attack.
Stormbolt was cooling down. SH Took quite a while here to creep the gnolls.
I'd say it's looking pretty good for Agent, honestly. Like, usually the Orc is quite far ahead with the second hero because it can creep alone. But right now it's quite even. The big concern for Agent is that there's no towers in his main, so if there's like a Blade Master and a Zeppelin, that can really throw him off. But I'm not sure. I don't think Cash ever does anything like that. That's more... He's too honorable for that.
By the way, looking forward to the grand final, which is most likely going to be Lucifer versus Cash. I hope the admins demand certain colors, because otherwise it's going to be dark gray versus light gray. Oh, that would be some new level of bullshit, like light green versus dark green.
Yeah, we'll have to... Especially since we can't affect that at all. That's super annoying.
100 kg usually does a good job with that, though. Yeah, but this hot pink, as you called it, that's also pretty... makes my eyes twitch a little.
Yeah, it's a bit too bright.
So, Mana Stone, very nice for the MK. Archmage, though, needs to find...
Does he have a Bash or Clap? Most people always go Bash. I love Clap, especially if he has a Mana Stone.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought as well. I mean, he played Clap earlier against Razorman, even prioritizing it over the Stormbolt. But maybe in that game he felt so far ahead that he was encouraged to fool around a little. Against Cash here, maybe not so much.
Yeah, I think he's playing straight up as he can. Kind of risky. I don't think he doesn't have a dust, does he? Oh, he does have a dust, but he doesn't even use it. Pretty okay item, makes the Mountain King a bit more tanky.
It's okay, yeah, I think so too. I actually really like armor on the MK because it's going to be tanking all the time. It's going to be healing up consistently. It's only 1.2 armor, but it's a little bit of something. Cloak of Flames though on the blade. If he gets past the breaker wall, this is going to be amazing.
That's like, this is like the one situation where that is such a good item. It's this matchup when there's a lot of casters. Otherwise, it's such an instant sell.
You don't like it in the Orc Mirror?
Well, I don't have too much experience in Orc Mirror, but maybe it's good there. I don't know. Like, why would it be good? I guess
it has a lot of uptime. It's not like the targets are squishy, so they're not going to drop low quickly from this item. But since the Blade Master is usually standing in the middle of everything and can't die too easy, I feel like it has a lot of uptime and, you know...
And if he gets focused, yeah, that's true. Didn't really think about that. The
as well for
Blade Master. It's an amazing item. That's one of those items where I just want to leave the game because, like, oh, that hero's never going to die. But the Agent might be a bit more...
What do you mean, the Ankh or what?
No, the greater healing potion on the Blade Master.
Oh, yeah. I don't know, if he steals a Spirit Link, a couple of level 2 Stormbolts, could still be dangerous. He doesn't have too many breakers, though he can steal some Spirit Link.
Oh, look at that Cloak of Flames. So good. Footmen too, they're all low. But really good micro from Agent here. He's singling out the Raiders, and I think he's manually removing the Spirit Link when he focuses, but not now. That's usually the big mistake a lot of people make. They don't remove the Spirit Link when they focus. Yeah,
something you always see TH doing, and Infi also. He did it here again. Steals the Spirit Link, Stormbolt, executes the Raider. So now only one left. Steals it again. Stormbolt again. Doesn't even need it, but he's going to invest it.
He's playing so well.
Yeah, it's almost dead even in terms of supply. Speed scroll to run away. Oh, the Mana Stone. Dude, the Mana Stone is so good right here.
Yeah.
He's going to get more kills with this. Usually we see the Orcs going for end-snare kills on the Breakers first, and they can really abuse Spirit Link again. But Breakers still, a few of them alive. Heal Wave coming in again. SH doesn't have too much mana. The Speed Scroll is already gone. Dude, is Agent going to win this game?
He used a Mana Potion and a Clarity now, and it's not been interrupted, so he's going to have at least 2 more heal waves. Oh, he missed that one. It's huge.
Oh, and if he gets the Kodo, dude, he's going to get a Breaker back as well. But the SH, of course, would be the bigger kill, but with the Spirit Link, he is really tanky. Archmage almost running into the creeps. Really close. Doesn't want to get bolted here by the Golem. Gonna get the Breaker, gonna get level 4. Bigger crit enabled.
That was really unfortunate for Agent, I think. The whole last sequence there, but Cash is kind of showing who's the more solid player overall. And like suddenly, it's just a huge supply difference. I barely even noticed. Like it felt like it was going pretty good, and then all of a sudden, it was going really bad. I think he used the greater or the Mana Stone, and then he didn't really know what to do with it, so he just kind of randomly threw like a bolt on a walker. Like I think he should have been more focused on what he wanted to kill, and maybe drain the Shadow Hunter because.
And the supporting cast also around Agent was disappearing very quickly there. Not too much slow anymore. He has 2 sorceresses now again. He's level 4 AM. He's getting close to level 4 MK.
Now the human has 4/4. I think they can really put up a late game fight because there's going to be so much mana regen and there's going to be endless like bolts and claps and they can retrain to Blizzard. Yeah. But at this point,
if they outlast the SH's healing and the heal scrolls, usually they win that late fight. But still, as it stands, oh, the 2 sources is here. Might be getting picked off for free.
I think his army is just too small right now. He needs a lot more.
Did you see that crit? That's a level 2 crit for 120. It's like the smallest level 2 crit I've ever seen.
That makes me happy. Like, finally. Finally, it seems fair.
The new patch, boys. He's gonna get 1 breaker killed and 1 in the belly of the Kodo Beast. So can someone do the maths on this? So that was like a 40 damage roll, right? 40 times today's 120. That was the minimum. No, wait. With a bonus damage, it doesn't have to be the absolute minimum, actually. But that was a really low roll.
I wish like the new crits would have like an emoji pop up, like a smiley, every time. You know? I think that makes sense.
So when it's a very low roll, then it's like it's a frowny face?
No, it's like one of those happy smiling faces, like haha.
But why would the orc be happy about that?
Well, it's for your opponent.
It's for your opponent.
Orc players don't get anything.
They already deserve nothing. SH keeps creeping here. I like that he's prioritizing the leveling of his second hero. Level 3 heat wave is pretty damn good.
I'm getting pretty close too. Is he gonna pick up a berserker, do you think? Doesn't look like it. I'm just so used to seeing it when I play Night Elf these days. So.
Yeah, against Night Elf it's really nice. Against human, I don't know. Don't really think so. I think Wind Riders is better.
Yeah,
well, against MK and Water Elementals maybe not so much, but usually this would be the point once Agent gets into upkeep again to go into Blizzard, perhaps.
Oh, well, he actually killed a peon just to get the berserker, so he did want to get that.
Okay.
Archmage is also kind of closing into level 5, and if Agent is like very brave right now and he just banks for like the rest of the game and goes up to like 80, maybe he can take a good fight, but he's really low on wood.
Yeah, that's what I saw just now as well. Fortunately, you don't need too much for casters.
Oh,
the Archmage dude. He's in this. If he gets creep jack down in the south, by the way, he may just lose the game right away. He doesn't have a TP, he went for invul and heat scroll as well. If he finds a good position to where the creeps used to be, maybe he can hold, but he is down by more than 10 supply. Not too easy. And he's gonna find him as well.
Cash getting the second berserkers. He's really gonna focus down those sources really fast. And he gets one of the rally point breakers.
144 crit again. Dude, these crits feel so low. Oh, the Archmage. Oh, that's a bad position, buddy. Has to go for the invul very early. That makes this fight dangerous. Needs to reposition as well. Disenchant's coming out against the Water Elementals. We have none left. Archmage. Uh-oh. No end snares, fortunately for him, despite the 3 raiders that are still alive, all on cooldown. Nicely focusing them out once again, but now level 5 SH dude. The healing is going to be so sick.
Yeah.
MK going for the invul even without the Blade Master laying into him. Heal scroll popped on the human side. This was the only one for him. AM still in a dangerous position. There's Windwalk mana again right now if he wants to try to go for it. But now everything's slowed. Can he do... And yeah, the crits, dude, they're just never above 200. Is this just a patch or is it just unlucky? I don't know. But now the MK, even without the crits, is gonna die. Clap will be nice here. 150 crit. Are you serious, dude? Was there another shadow nerf?
I feel like these crits are incredibly fair. I like it.
Starshaped likes it a lot. Okay. That's the 1-0 for cash. That's of course what we were expecting.
But Agent, I think he did a lot with a little. Like he was always kind of behind, but he did a lot with what he had. But we also have to remember he had like an amazing early game, so Cash really came back incredibly strong.
Yeah, and especially in that fight in the north, you could really tell, you know, how good of a player Cash just is, you know, making perfect use of his units that he has. It seemed like he almost tipped him over the edge there. Very close was the human, but then all the casters died, all the breakers died. And the heroes by themselves couldn't quite do it.
Exactly. And a lot of like I don't know what the meta is, because it seems to be changing a lot, but like a lot of the Chinese humans for a long time went for the Mountain King second and played like straight up, and it looks like it just never worked. So now it's looking like we're kind of going back to like Fire Lord pushes and Beastmaster pushes. Like I don't know if people have just given up.
Yeah, we still see an okay amount of like MK late game 1-base plays, But yeah, I also feel like it's the minority. Well, thank you very much, Witty. He just hosted us here for 460 viewers. Welcome, guys. This is the new patch, which I'm sure you have already seen on Witty's stream. And this is one of the first tournaments ever to be featuring the new patch. Our RBC6 Qualifier number 3 here. This is pretty much the biggest European competition we have nowadays, the RBC6 Cups. And yeah, Foggy and Sonic are in already. 6 more people will qualify. One of them will be qualifying today. Oh, nice! I love it. They already are choosing light gray versus dark gray.
Nice. They have like tournament rules. You have to be red versus blue.
That is the way we do it for GCS qualifiers and stuff, but
oh, that's nice.
Not the way they are doing it for the other ones. For many of the good game cups.
I think a lot of people hold like almost superstitious beliefs about their color, like they have to be a certain color and they feel comfortable with it. So I think it can be difficult sometimes, like, okay, you just not be dark green, but no, it's my color.
Yeah, I know. And it's also weird, like for example in some tournaments, Focus for example will always pick yellow and everyone's fine with yellow. But if someone wants to have dark green, then people will then they will be told, no, not that one, then you know what I mean. They have an excuse to say, well, isn't that favoritism? I think Todd always used to be dark green, didn't he?
Everyone's dark green. I don't know. I think people, they think they're so smart, like, oh, it's the most tactical color. But, you know, who doesn't play with ally colors? So the one thing you're doing is rooting it for the casters.
I think actually quite a few people don't play with ally colors when you look at streams and stuff.
Really? Maybe, I guess I got that from StarCraft 2 a while ago. Like, oh, it makes more sense. Because back in StarCraft 2, they used to be like, you always were red against blue. It wasn't even like an option. And if you're talking about like min-maxing and being like super tryhard, then it makes sense to always be blue and playing against always red.
In a lot of Brood War tournaments, I did enjoy that actually, where there was a lot of color variety.
Yeah, Brood War has random colors, and they have like buggy colors. If you're playing on
it has random colors?
Yeah, you can't even choose.
Ah, well, that explains why then. But those colors were also very distinctive, I felt.
Yeah.
In StarCraft 2 in the beginning, it felt like you could barely make out in a mirror who was who. With the, you know, the color patches on the units being pretty small.
Yeah, StarCraft 2 had a lot of problems early on.
Did you play StarCraft 2?
I played
Did you play
Wings of
Zerg?
Liberty? I played Zerg and Terran, actually.
Okay.
Why?
Just curious. I played Zerg as well.
I started with... I wanted to play mech in every matchup, but that didn't really work, so then I gave up.
Since when are you a turtle player?
Well, if you see me play like Orc and stuff, I like playing those kind of like lame, drawn-out, winning without micro.
Expansion, towers, demolishers and shit, right?
Yeah, so it's part of me likes to play without having to micro, but now I'm more and more trying to actually play properly, so I guess I wouldn't do that these days as much.
You have found your honor. I like it.
Except with Orc, because Orc honestly is not fun to play unless you're playing like super lame. It's so fun to play when you're just, especially like, you know, mass raiders against undead. That's the best feeling in the world.
I never understood that. I always despised, of course, playing against lame, but also I never enjoyed playing it myself.
Oh, it's so fun because you can like feel your opponent hate you. Like you can just sense how mad they're getting. And you're just like.
That's what many people say. I never found the pleasure in that. But all right. Well, we have a game here. Cash did grab the lead here, as we were all expecting. And you can see the difference on AZ as they went towards their first creep camp. It's a lot further away now from each other, the green camp and the renegade. Especially in the north, it feels like. In the south, it seems like it's pretty much the same. But in the north, they're definitely further away from each other.
Yeah, that's true. I wonder why. Like you said, like what was the priority? Like, let's add some trees, let's do this and this, and then there's like a million bugs at the same time. Yeah.
I'm not quite sure.
But Cash going for the one burrow tech, going for the kind of standard stacking strategy, getting all the items.
Did he get a ring? Because he sold it, right?
Yeah, I think he sold and bought a circlet.
So here he finds the cloak. Not the most fortunate drops for him so far. Grunt scouting. Where the human is going, you want to prevent his level 3 as much as possible. That is really hard to do on this map.
Yeah, especially with the agent going for 3 farm tech, he's also simultaneously creeping with the militia. And cancelling this burrow. I guess the third row doesn't matter too much. It's the second one that you really want to keep alive is Orc.
Yeah. And that one will be kept alive. But the peasants are finishing this camp. More experience for the AM. Now he would love to spread himself out across the map towards the green camp of his opponents, perhaps towards the trolls in the middle. I've even seen militia creep towards the kobolds, something that Romantic likes to do.
That's really strong. It's kind of takes you off guard a lot of the time. It's like, what? You can do that? Yeah, you can do that. And Agent got the boots now. Really keeping Cash on his toes.
Yeah. Tech-wise, isn't even too far behind.
Wow, that's surprising, because it was a 1-bro tech against a 3-farm tech.
Yeah. I didn't see how many militia he called for the first camp. Maybe it was only 4.
Ah, that's true. Maybe he didn't.
So trading hits here, usually not what you want to do as the Archmage. Because once the SH is out with Hex and Scroll Speed, you might be forced into a TP very quickly. But footies keep on creeping by themselves. Can he find level 3? That's the big question. I would prefer his Archmage to be not so aggressive towards the base anymore, but you know, going for more small
I think it's
creeps.
pretty smart, because like Cash is fervently chasing this Archmage while the Footman can slowly get that level 3.
Can they only, though, by themselves? I guess with the Trolls they can.
Does he have Defend now? That'd be crazy. But he's definitely going to get level 3 here.
Yeah. And the Grand Scouting, honestly, isn't too impeccable.
No.
We see other Orc players being able to spread those out better.
Cash complaining about the...
That's true. The trees are further away from the main building on AZ than they were in the past.
Oh, that's so bad. That used to be the worst thing about the old ladder maps.
Damn.
So random.
Oh, that's funny.
Like on some map, like on Plunder Isles, you just had to get a lumber mill. Otherwise, you wouldn't get enough wood. So that's... Hopefully they'll think about that more. Like
that's something the undeads with the ghouls and graveyards don't really know about.
Yeah, no, that's fine. They probably want it to be that way.
Only 1 mill here. Archmage, double mantle, also nice for him. He's definitely going to cancel the lodge. The bestiary in the back is going to be more difficult, but might still be doable. SH, however, could put pressure on this AM, who is still below 400 HP. Ooh, if he gets this as well. But no, he's going to abandon. Thinks it's not going to work out. But he got the lodge, which is nice.
Well, do you think it's crazy for the human to town portal here? Because he's going to lose like 2-3 footmen if he chases. Oh, I guess not.
But he could have certainly done more there. Cash found more
footies,
I agree. But I don't know, TP is just such a great safety mechanism to retain.
That's true. We're getting a lot of priests from Agent here. He's going for the priest before the sorceresses, and I think he power built both of these arcanes with 2 peasants.
He's gonna make 3 priests actually. Oh no, he cancels 1. Okay, 2 priests into sorceresses after. So this is usually where the SH would like to solo creep. Blade Master ideally would love to be level 3, but it is extremely unlikely, especially on this map, to happen so early. But he's gonna get this one. Oh, actually misses the last hit here. Of course he would love the big one. Oh, he misses that one as well. That may be a blessing in disguise, as he might be able to get the big... Oh, take a look at the experience bar.
Oh, nice. So safe.
And why not do it? You have the mana regen. You have the full mana anyways.
I hope Agent watches that replay and he's like, yeah.
Yeah, I outplayed him right there.
Because, I mean, if you're Agent there, it does kind of feel stupid. Like, I guess I'm going to just bolt this to be safe. But then you watch the replay and like, yeah, that was the right call.
I'd like the AM here to retreat from the creep camp a little more. Of course, level 4 Archmage is a very big deal, but level 1 and 2 MK neither seem to be very powerful. So, I like the move here by Cash moving down south, but he is getting scouted by an illusion, and now he's tentative about going for the creep camp. He still does it, though. This is dangerous, honestly. He has no information on the map. If he was to get creepjacked here, this could be disastrous. He does have 2 scrolls of speed, though, I suppose. But against bolts around, that doesn't always help you in the end.
Yeah, I think he's fine with... He has 2, like you said, the Orc Town Portal. The 50 gold Town Portal, so he's fine. But Agent's kind of... He's also being a bit reckless, although he does have a Town Portal. Gonna creep the expansion of Cash.
Yeah, but he saw this down here with the illusion that the Orc was there, so...
Ah, that's true.
I feel this is very safe. But he really values that level 4 Archmage heavily, it seems.
Really bad item there.
Yeah, wand.
Yeah, level 4, it's very, very strong. I think kind of agree that it would be nice to get fast level 3 Mountain King, because then you can take fights, but level 4 Archmage is
He could
so
perhaps,
good.
with perfect creeping, get both here, if he kills the little brigand first,
Yeah.
level 4, and then walks away.
That'd be really cool.
Oh,
He's not
never
gonna do
mind.
it.
Oh, the flute. That's really nice, though.
Yeah, the entire army is ranged once those footmen die. Is he still gonna get level? Yeah, he's gonna get level 3 here, so that doesn't really matter.
Is he? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a lot of more experience than I expected here.
Did they
Level
change
5
those creeps?
No. It's 55522.
Alright. I still, like, this game is kind of strange because Agent played so aggressive early and he got a lot done, but then he still backs off into this passive creeping game. So I wonder if, like, this early game is like a vestige from the old days when you would all in afterwards. Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me to be super aggressive and then just back off. Because now it feels like the game resets and they're both just creeping in. Oh, I guess the Shadowhunter isn't level 3 yet, though.
I don't know if he would have been able to capitalize too well. I think Beastmaster Push would have certainly had the opportunity to be very successful, but that's, you know, one of those play-style heroes. If the Beastmaster is not your thing, you're not going to play him, even if he would be good there.
Yeah, that's true.
Kind of like Naga and Undead, second hero. So, now the human's moving across, though, even without being an upkeep, surprisingly. In this footy. To be used as a pseudo shade here. More creeping from the orc. He did finally hit level 3 SH. I wonder if he went for crit level 2. This is something we would usually see in China a lot, but not here. It's Windwalk level 2. The crits seem to be pretty underwhelming so far. Good enough though to win game number 1 anyways.
Yeah, I think it's mostly like if you're already being pushed and you level up, then you pick the crit just to get more DPS. But here it's more of a map control thing.
Then especially. But we have barely any creeps left, so... And it's a small map in general. So I could have seen it happen, but no. So the red camp here, that would be... Is this where Cash feels like he needs to contest this? Seems like yes.
Yeah, Agent sees this though, with his footmen. It's really, really smart.
This looks like a very small 60 supply army though for Cash, doesn't it? It's like...
Yeah.
Some stuff stuck still in buildings. Yeah, still one walker coming, still one grunt coming. So he wants to delay this for a little bit longer. 53 supply.
The Kodo. He has to wait for the Kodo. Oh, he has 2 Kodos.
Yeah.
I guess that's pretty standard, though.
Love to see some Zeppelin drops. Something we've been seeing, like speed scroll. Put the Kodos in there, drop them out, eat something, drop in again, get to the back. Very micro-intensive, of course. Usually only Lin can do that.
Yeah. Well, Cash is really good. Maybe he could pull it off. Oh, the Archmage is out of position. But Cash is not going for it.
Only has 2 Raiders, so he doesn't have the most end-snare control. One of them has in fact already died. Water Elementals get dispelled fairly quickly here with a disenchant, and 2 Raiders dead already. The Militia show up perfectly in time. Clap would be so sick here, but we saw the level 2 Stormbolt being prioritized. And dude, this is a great fight for Agent, isn't it?
Yeah, it's incredible.
Usually fights should start off well for the Orc. Heal Slow coming in from the Orcish side. That's the last one. He, mana-wise on the SH, not too much. He still has the one of mana stealing, by the way. Didn't sell it. Repositioning from the human. So he found a lot of pickoffs, but also his own front line of breakers is very slim now.
2 more coming in now, though, and it looks like... I mean, the Mountain King is super high on mana still.
I think if he could retreat further to the back of his base, get new militia reinforcements, that would be a very nice opportunity for him. Getting another walker here as well.
He's playing it very kind of smart as well, because he's abusing the slow and backing off. So it might look like he's indecisive and like afraid, but I think he's just playing smart. He's making sure to get the most damage out of his
one heal wave, and that's going to be the last one. But he can pop a Clarity, and we will have another one ready with his Zoe Mask very soon. Late Master. His inventory, by the way, is super bad.
Yeah.
So his damage is really insignificant, it feels. Oh, getting Stormbolted now. There's no Spirit Link upon him, but there's a heal wave. Might still be in trouble. There's another Stormbolt. There's the... where you mentioned Speed Scroll. And Cash has to get out of this. So now we hit the human. Do you... you know that player, right?
What?
Bolt the Kodo?
Yeah, oh yeah, Bolt the Kodo. I love that name. It's probably the best name.
And he's gonna get it. Surround. Doesn't quite stick, but he doesn't need it.
This is so scary for the Orc. When you have to run away and you don't have a speed scroll left and everything's slowed, you're like, ah.
So that's 50 supplies. So does Agent feel strong enough to push into the Orc base? The answer seems to be no. He's just gonna creep.
He's gonna get like level 4 Mountain King, almost level 5 Archmage. Maybe a super item.
Is Cash feeling so cocky that he's gonna contest this? That would seem like the very wrong choice. He's not gonna do it.
He lost a breaker to creeps.
Ooh. Good thing he has so many. He has way too many, by the way. He only has 1 priest, 2 sorceresses. This is not the right unit composition.
Oh, no, no, no. There's a dust. But yeah, Cash is going to contest this. I feel like Agent maybe should have gone straight for the granite. Because it's a bit of a ticking clock until the orc kind of heals up and gets
level
mana.
4 as well for the blade. Oh, he revealed himself? Did he just attack the creeps? Misclick maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
So who's gonna get the big one?
Very low. Oh, nice bolt.
And
What?
human. No, orc gets the kill and the item. Only the crystal
Oh.
ball though.
That was unfortunate for Agent. He did everything right.
Blade
but
Master. He might be able to get the Blade Master. MK is
Yeah.
trying to reach for the Stormball. This must be the kill. It is.
It has to be GG, right?
And as I said, Cash feeling so cocky there, feeling strong enough to contest. He's
Oh.
getting the surround. But who's
Imagine
gonna die
clap.
first? MK. Oh, nice invis. Disenchant comes in, that gets rid of his own Spirit Link. Where's the Stormbolt? It's gonna do a lot of damage. Oh, misclick on the peon. Whoops. And that actually means the MK dies. But level 5 Archmage now. And there's no more mana for Disenchant, really. And the Water Torrents are gonna be sick.
Nice.
GG!
Really
Agent.
well played.
Yeah, really well done, man. Really. Really, really.
See, I think Agent is another one of those humans who's all of a sudden really, really good as well. So many good humans these days.
Of course, that was a pretty good human map. Level 3 Archmage easy. Level 3 MK also not too hard. And I think most importantly, Blade Master pimping can be super underwhelming. That game, he had a circlet. That was it.
Yeah.
That guy really didn't do any damage. Mikey PX just donated a sub to Witty. How nice of you, man. Thank you very much. So, let's take a look at the grid again. Lucifer is playing against TGW. We don't have an update there yet.
I think he streams. Someone could check his stream and see if he's playing Orc. Twisted Meadows. What do you think about this map?
Very good human map. If you want to go for Beastmaster push, that is. But when you play MK, I actually don't like it so much because you delay your tier 2, of course, by such a long time going for the laboratory creep. That's why we see it being so highly valued by the Chinese humans with that Beastmaster push. But as Agent has shown, that really doesn't seem to be his playstyle. So this may flip the balance here in the Orc's favor.
Yeah, there's always that question, like, do I want to play like the way I want to play, the standard way, despite the map, or do I want to like try to play
I know what
the way Twisted Meadows should be played? And I agree with you. Like Mountain King Second is very difficult. It's a very open map. It's difficult to creep. You can get harassed a lot by the Blade Master, while the Shadowhunter gets a lot of free creeping. I'd love to see a fast expansion here. I think Agent sometimes does that.
Dude, that's so risky.
Yeah, super risky, but it's game 3 against Cash. Like, go for it, you know.
If that gets scouted, though, it's immediately over.
We have to remember Cash went Farseer against the Hummy, so maybe we'll see that again. That'd be so cool.
Could be coming.
Oh,
Pretty
he's back
cool already
again.
that he's already managed to grab one map. I did not think that was gonna happen.
No, me neither. But and he played it. You know, he won straight up. It was just like Mountain King Second straight up game. So I wonder if Cash is a bit nervous now. Like he probably feels like he's the big favorite and he should win, but that game was pretty one-sided honestly against the end there.
I think the nature of this tournament of the Rust Brain, though, should make it so that you shouldn't feel too nervous and pressured, especially in the earlier stages here, in the earlier qualifiers. We still have a whole bunch left. We're going to have 5 more qualifiers. And I'm pretty sure that Cash is going to make it in at least one of them. Along with you, making it in the last one.
Oh, yeah. I'm just waiting for that last one. And then they're going to math fence all the way to the finals.
Oh, shit. So...
With my 1.29 Potom.
Aren't you going to play Keeper? Keeper's been buffed, dude. Did you know? You didn't know that, right?
Yeah, but...
He's been buffed a lot.
It's such a stupid buff, though, because it doesn't solve any of his problems. Like, one Dispel is still going to be the same effect. It's like Entangling Roots. I mean, kind of, maybe. You can have a bit of early mid-game control, with, especially that it lasts longer on heroes. That's pretty huge. So it's actually almost like a Stormbolt on heroes, which is nice. But you know, as soon as there's one destroyer or one priest or one walker, then that hero just becomes a walking archer. And you know, if your opponent has a blade master or a demon hunter or anything, that's always good. Then you're stuck with a really shitty hero.
I don't think the keeper shouldn't have been designed that way. I think keeper is kind of like the hero equivalent of Book of the Dead. It's either really good or really fucking horrible.
That's a pretty good way to put it. Honestly, if you just made his aura better, I think, like, either buff the treants a lot, because that's the worst summon in the game by far. Treants are so bad. They did buff them, but they're still awful. Like, it's the worst spell in the game. Either buff those or make his aura actually useful.
Are you saying Mana Shield is better than treants?
Yeah, for sure. Treants are so bad.
What about Farsight? Farsight costs no mana, did you know?
Yeah, that's... I like that. But the treants, it's like one water elemental, same mana cost, but they're so bad.
Alright, so I think I was trying to point it out, but we didn't say it. Actually, this power build altar was like a semi-power build altar only. He did finish construction quite a bit later than usually it would be. I'm gonna turn you up a little, by the way. I feel like you're a little quiet. We want to hear all your insights.
Oh yeah.
Starshaped. We want to gather all the smarts.
All the orc salt gonna pile up pretty soon.
So
no, but yeah, it's
in Orc versus Undead. Do you have a race to root for?
Oh, I always root for the Orc. If they're playing like Infi against Lucifer, did you see that? Oh, you casted that. That was like my...
Which game was that again?
It was Turtle Rock, and he went like 10 expansions and Raider Lame, and he just completely destroyed.
I didn't cast that game. Infi playing against Lucifer with Orc?
That was Neo, maybe.
Yeah,
I know it was
Neo.
back to Orc.
Yeah.
But that was my favorite game in like years.
How can that be your favorite game? A million
so
raiders
obnoxious.
and just killing base after base? Dude, you are...
It's so smart, you know? It's so... And a lot of undead players, they just don't know what to do. And they're so stubborn, like, I'm just going to sit here on my one base and I'm going to, you know... But no, you have to adapt. And they never do. In my opinion.
Nice scouting here by the Blade Master, though. Keeps this militia creep from happening. But that means the shop in his own base fell. Is ag3nt really going to win this game, man? That would be a massive surprise. I certainly expect Lucifer versus Cash in the grand final. So, and now he's going towards the Boros again. Blade Master's far away.
He should speed scroll, shouldn't he?
Yeah, I thought so too. He's gonna heal self now. Speed scroll should be the follow-up. And that's... Oh, it's only level 2 Archmage. I thought it was level 3 Archmage. So he should repair more. You should be able to hold this with only level 2 Water Elementals. Repair.
No boots on the Blade Master.
Nobody gets boots anymore, dude. The orcs at least.
True, but they should. I've actually learned now that boots are really good. You should always get boots. Sell the bracers, perhaps? Yes.
Yeah,
I'd love to see a staff.
For the human, it's standard and really good in my opinion. So, he gets the Water Elemental. That's finally his level 2. Militia found the time to go towards the Knolls, but he's anticipating this again. Oh, this could be some big last hits. Oh, not quite in time for the 2 Wardens. But maybe able to get the footy. Even the Overseer, maybe. So
Agent's gonna have a lot of wood problems here. He's been doing so much militia creeping, he's lost militia. He only has 68 wood and he's almost tier 2.
There's police outside your door, buddy.
Yeah.
You better hide. You've been found out.
They heard my comments.
You've been convicted guilty of Raider Lame, dude. 20 years in prison, at least.
Crying too much about Orc. You think those crits are fair? I'll show you.
Level 4 Blade Master, 120 crit. Seems bad.
Oh, it's Cash? Okay, just stole that. I thought he was going to do some kind of sneaky creeping. But...
Shadow Priest. Alright, that's something new. How much lumber is that again? 40?
Yeah,
20,
no.
40?
I want to say 30.
I think it's 20 or 40. Not sure. Pretty nice against the Water Elemental, certainly. As he's coming in with the... Don't overshoot. Don't use 2. He's not even going to have to use 1. Nice. So, considering this was level 3 Water Elemental Harass, this really did like nothing. It kept the building... Ah, that's not true, actually. SH comes out, still no Lodge on its way. Oh, and he's super low on lumber. Okay, I take it all back. Actually, this was pretty good. In the
yeah, but look at Agent.
Yeah, exactly. No Sanctums even coming in.
And Cash has to know this. I don't think he feels pressure, because he knows that he creep jacked those militia twice. So he's probably not going to get, you know, rushed anytime soon.
True.
And it's cross spawn, so...
It's going to go for the lab. It's going to take quite a bit of damage here. This doesn't seem very efficient. Actually, the big one dies. Sewing
I like
mask.
the
Thank you.
hex on the priest there was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Great item. I wonder what agent is gonna. He's power building one sanctum. He's not started another yet. He has 1,000 gold. Maybe he's nervous. I want to say he's nervous. This looks like a nervous player. Because he's 1-1 against Cash, and he had a pretty good early game. So that's usually when you get nervous.
One step away from making it to the grand final, but
Yeah.
you're the underdog, kind of.
Because that's usually like if you're playing against someone a lot better, you're very calm. Because you're like, okay, I have nothing to lose. But then when you're actually doing well and you're almost winning, that's when you get super nervous. It's like, wow, I'm actually going to win. And that's when you start making mistakes, at least in my experience.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So that might be what's happening here.
These drops for the Blade Master, though, Jesus. Claws into Zoe Mask into Boots of Quel'Thalas.
Yeah, let's see the crits now. Oh, the Quel'Tha, because that actually does add to the crit, doesn't it?
Exactly. The base damage, it says plus... so, it's a little confusing because agility, it is displayed with a green color, which is usually the bonus damage, but it actually goes towards the base damage. So auras, damage increasing auras will also benefit from that, and he gets the last hit and the Zoe Mask. Oh my god. This SH is gonna have ridiculous region. And he got a Tome of Experience on his side of the map.
Oh my god.
These drops are absolutely wild. So yeah, point being, agility still works with a crit multiplier, just pure plus damage from claws and Kodo aura and so on. Doesn't.
It kind of makes it even more like a lottery when you're playing Orc. Like you really want those agility items. Before it was anything that was, plus attack.
Yeah, but already the Kodo aura, it's, it's a big difference maker, and of course, mostly the claws, so...
Yeah.
It's still a good change, certainly a good change.
Yeah, I think it's a great change, but there are still going to be items that, make it like it was before, so to say.
If you get, like, a double Quel'Thalas and stuff, you're still gonna be critting like crazy. Pretty rare, though, to see that. However, here, there are 6 possible drops for the Quel'Thalas. He has found them once, he may find them again.
Kind of surprised they didn't nerf, like of all the things they touched on the patch, they didn't nerf the circlet. I thought that would be like, because people talk about that a lot. Really? You should nerf the circlet.
I think you should rather nerf claws to 405. But I mean,
405.
They didn't touch items at all. That's gonna come later. No
I hope it does.
Only hero.
I'd love to see the circlet as like 111 or something.
Oh, that's really weak though.
It is really weak, but
the thing about circlet is it's like super good early. In the late, it's like nice and all, but I think it should become available later at the merchant.
Yeah, but if you compare it with like the other items you can buy, like the parry up to health, it's such an obvious buy. That's why I think it should be nerfed, because it's like there's no decision making. It's of course I'm gonna buy a circlet. Why would I buy anything else?
Yeah, being a Night Elf and Orc, that is, of course.
Yeah. Those Imba humans and undeads don't need to think about that. They're already fine.
Absolutely. Orb of Darkness, by the way, usually an item that's like, okay, but here against humans you can actually snowball one end snare and hex after the next, and suddenly there's a million little skeleton dudes.
Didn't you cast a game where that happened?
Yes. It was on this map as well, obviously. And, who was that again? I think, I don't remember.
I want to say Romantic.
It was in the bottom right, that fight.
Yeah, I know exactly. And you were like, oh, he's realizing it, and then he starts killing a bunch of peasants and gets a lot of skeletons.
Yeah. Could have done that better, though. Who was that again?
I want to say it was Xiao KK? It was one of the...
Yeah, it was. Yeah, you're right. It was Xiao KK. Yeah.
Against Thu? Or Romantic? Yeah, one of those.
Somebody. Yeah.
He's going to get both of these red camps. This is very unfortunate. Agent's kind of...
Silence.
That's huge. And Agent's kind of trailing behind. He's like showing up to these spots when they're already crept.
Silence actually lasts like forever on units. I don't even think you should target the heroes with this. I mean, delaying a Stormbolt is nice and all, but if those priests and sorceresses can do nothing for like 15 seconds, that's so sick.
It's crazy. And he gets some skeleton scouts. It's really nice. And he can attack air units in case there's a sudden Griffin switch.
Who's not afraid of that as the Orc player? I left him alone for only 10 minutes and suddenly there were Griffins.
And finally the Mountain King is level 3. It took a long time. And he got another Rune Bracer. Oh, the item luck difference here is... It's very unfortunate. I kind of feel bad for Agent right now.
Who do you... I'm never sure in this matchup, like, who does that favor? When we get to 5-5, who's that better for?
Oh, definitely human. If it's Mountain King Archmage, I would say definitely human.
Yeah, with MK, definitely. Yeah, with
anything else, Orc.
I feel like it's really good for both. I can never decide who that's better for. I guess with a new crit nerf... Oh, this Blade Master has a lot of damage though, Jesus. Plus 28.
I think if it's a huge army, then it's definitely better for the human, because you get like... The Ruin Sword is just, you know, cumulative, and then the Clap and Blizzard is just huge. But if they start whittling each other down and it's like 30 food army left, then obviously the Blade Master Shadowhunter is going to be a lot stronger.
I don't even know. If you have enough slow for the blade and you consistently have Stormbolts, it's pretty good. Level 3 Stormbolt, dude. Has quite some punch. He goes for the Helmet retraining here. How is this 67 supply, by the way, for the human? I think a lot is stuck in the main.
Oh,
maybe?
no.
Oh, yes, miss rally. Uh-oh.
He has to know about this, though, right?
There's no
no,
way
he's
to this fight.
Oh, he's taking the fight. He doesn't realize. Okay, now he's...
So I think so far one breaker has died. Crits! Dude, plus 26! He just crit for 170 something. Dude, this patch is like seriously... are you like rubbing your body right now? Like, 1.29!
I can't even cast the game. I'm like, what? I can't focus on anything except, it's just... feels
glorious.
Good, it feels balanced. It's like, you know,
seriously,
fair.
Like, in my own games, I have started to notice the difference, but for the first time really here, and he's not even in level 5 yet, you know?
Makes me happy, you know? It's like, I could get double critted by that and I'd still smile. I'm like, yeah, it's fine.
Go Farseer, boys. That's what we want to see anyways. Oh, but this creep jack could be nasty, because there's no TP on the human side. He's gonna be coming in from behind. That's what the Orc's gonna do. Blade Master is... try to time it with the Ogre Mage at last. I didn't quite get it. Archmage, no TP and no invul should make the target of choice for the Orc very easy to decide upon. And here he's coming from the north.
Look at that Shadowhunter.
70 angry. Oh my god, these items. Holy shit. Double Zombie, double heal potion, and Staff of Silence.
Oh, but Clap Blizz, but yeah, no invulnerability on this Arc, but just gonna die.
Immediately.
Guarantee it's gonna die.
Disenchant.
And this is the weakness. Like you have a really buff Mountain King.
Disenchant again. He's trying to find him. There he is. Yeah, you need invuls or at least a TP. Otherwise, the blade is still gonna hunt you down. He became weaker, but he's still strong.
Like, look at the Mountain King. It's like, plus 6 armor, 1000 HP. You feel really strong, but then they just like run past him and go for your Archmage, and you feel kind of silly. Because he has the Immortality Potion. Like, a lot of times you just assume the Mountain King's gonna be focused, but Cash just like, no, I'm just gonna go for the Archmage. And now it's looking really bad.
This SH has endless healing, dude.
And there's still 450 mana and potions on him. And look at his regen. Look at that ticking up.
Yeah. GG! That is Cash in the grand final of the Rustbrink